Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are specifically going to talk about America's future in the light of the war in Europe, and we are specifically going to talk about what is war, okay? All right, so I've been thinking a lot about this. Of course, so my summarization of what's happening is Vladimir Putin is using the Russian army to attack Ukraine. That is a sovereign nation attacking a sovereign nation. So this is the special part. Like, people are like, of course, like, I'm just paying attention to this like it's something really unique and special. This is not, and I really feel like what's happening here is completely unprecedented. And people are like, well, Scott, this has happened before. I really don't think this has happened before. And the biggest thing is, you have Vladimir Putin, because there's just so many attributes of it that are so unique, right? There are things that look like it, but this is its own beast. It is truly like nothing I've ever seen. So let's talk this through. All right. So what is actually happening here, right? So you have a sovereign nation attacking another sovereign nation, and that actually has happened before. I think the biggest thing is, in the 20th century, there was never a situation where a sovereign nation was attacking a sovereign nation with the intent on keeping the land, right? It's happened lots of times. Sovereign nations get into conflict, and they throw a whole bunch of military resources at each other. You know, stuff explodes, flies in every direction, right? And when it's done, in the 20th since the 20th century, okay, no one ever expected that anybody would keep land. That's absolutely barbaric by modern standards, right? But it is 100. It's been already stated, Vladimir Putin is attacking a sovereign nation with the intent of keeping the land, right? That is unprecedented in the 20th century. I invite correction. Let me know in the comments below. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible, right? And it's yeah, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Now, I know World War II, right? But that wasn't even that was a different situation, because Germany wanted to take the world, right? Not like land, but like the whole world, right? Yeah, all right. So let's get all the way here, right? So I've been looking at this very closely, and the more I look at it, I think what is really different here is there's this huge question of what is war, okay? And the reason why is, I think what we really have here in today's world is we talk about war, right? But we don't have war, okay? Generally, what we have is we have international skirmishes. And America just got out of Afghanistan, right? Right, I can tell you right now, I live in America. People are very worried about what's happening in the war in Europe right now, the 2022 war in Europe with Vladimir Putin versus Volodymyr Zelensky, right? Americans are very frightened by this. Americans generally were not frightened by the Afghanistan war. And the reason why is, first of all, I think the reason why, that was 20 years. It went on for 20 years, right? And so it was this low burn conflict that people just didn't worry about. First of all, I don't think people even understood it. Americans didn't even, that's the other thing that's really different here, is the vast majority of Americans if you're not invading a country to take the land, most people don't care. They're like, oh, you guys are going to, throw some missiles back and forth, and, it's going to be some kinetic activity. And then when it's all done, literally the country that went in is going to help rebuild. Like, who cares? This isn't even a war, right? And that's why I think, so here's the key, all right? When it comes to war, okay? And now, basically, we have to determine how to determine the difference between a skirmish and a war. And I think I've gotten there. A war is tanks versus tanks, right? Everything else is one country rolling into another country, and there's a conflict, and nobody really cares about the conflict because when it's done, it's going to look like it did before, right? Like there's no fundamental change, right? Whereas if Vladimir Putin wins, the whole world changes, right? It says to every sovereign nation in the world, knuckle up, because somebody's coming for your land. That just has not existed. I shouldn't say it's unprecedented. That has not existed since 1942, right? Like it just like, and that's 80 years ago, right? Like, and that was arguably the largest war that has ever existed on the planet, right? So what you're looking at right now has people more worried than anything that's happened since 1942, right? And I think going forward, if tanks are shooting at tanks, you're looking at a war. If that's not happening, you're looking at a skirmish. And that's the difference. That's why people are reacting differently, and why the 2022 war in Europe is so different. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.